Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy motherfucking Friday, y'all. Somehow, I've gotten back on track. Of course, because it's me. Duh, obviously, that's why you're here. That's why you're watching. Because this is fucking Shani Talks. And something inside you is like, yes, bitch. Life coach, life it up. Show us what's up. Show us how it's done. This is my manifesting. So welcome. Hey, everybody. It's the end of June. Halfway through 2023. First off, that's crazy. That's literally so crazy. I can't, like, it's halfway over. So, if you feel like you've done nothing in this first half, that's cool. You got plenty of time. You got half the year left. Let's fucking go. Let's get it. Let's kill it the rest of the fucking year. Let's get it. This week, I'm super excited because I got a lot of help from some people, from these people that watch my stories on my Instagram and my fucking stupid ass TikTok, and like, people responded. People fucking responded. And now I have more to talk about. So who knows how long this video is going to be. I'm still going to try to keep it in my like 20-minute range, but we're going to see what's up. But this has been on my list of podcast ideas for a minute, but it's just about cohabitating. Cohabitating. Living with other people that were not raised in the same house and culture as you. And it's like, it's weird. It's really weird. And I think it's like weird because a lot of times we don't know what we don't like until we start living with it. And then we're like, what the fuck? Like, who raised you? Who fucking raised you? Who raised you in a fucking barn? You know? I digress. But, I don't know. It's really weird because I've definitely lived with a few people in my life, and it's interesting, I guess, just like how I've like learned about other people, and also like what other people told me about, you know, and their experiences and their like, you know, I kind of asked like, if you had advice for your younger self, what would it be? You know, like what would you tell yourself, your past self, about moving in with somebody, you know, like what to expect, or like, you know, what to be aware of. Like, I don't know. So this is kind of where this came from. But for me also, I'm like, oh my God, I moved from living with my family of 5, my whole life, and some dogs, to just moving literally states over into a dorm room, into a fucking room smaller than this, like as big as this living room maybe, and like with a stranger. And she was like a Mormon girl. And if you're watching this, Crystal, shout out. You know, not talking shit or anything. It's just like, you know, our experiences. But like, it was just crazy. Like, literally living with another person in the same room. Like in the same living quarters. Like, that's fucking weird. And it was weird. We like saw everything, heard everything. Sorry, girl. You know, got sick together, were sad together, happy together, ate together, cried together, slept together. Like, it was just weird, you know? Sir, I'm recording a video. Hey, excuse me. I'm recording a video. You need to relax. You need to calm down. Thank you. I do this once a week. You better chill. You literally better chill. Sorry. So, I would edit that out, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, shout out to my first runner-up when we talk about this. Chris, gonna show me how to do some shit. Coming up. Your story's coming up. Don't worry. But anyway, so, I don't know. Like, dorm experience was just super weird. So, I don't know. There's definitely a couple recurring themes that a lot of people wrote about. And we'll talk about that. You know, we'll touch on all of that, you know. But, I think one of the biggest things when you live with somebody is literally you need to have open and honest communication. Communication is key, okay? Communication is key. I'm telling you, communication. If y'all just talk, like, things will be better. Things will be better if you talk. Things will be good if you talk. No matter who you're living with. No matter if it's your family. No matter if it's your friends. No matter if it's a stranger from the internet. No matter if it's your fucking partner that you live with and that you, like, live your life with and you're building with. Like, communication. Communication. Just talking. Let's just talk. Let's just duke it out. Communication is key. First and foremost. Okay. Another big thing that a lot of people said, of course, is cleaning standards and cleaning habits and cleaning around the house. Like, I grew up in a full Hispanic household. My house was cleaned every single day and deep cleaned every single week. So not only was I fucking cleaning the kitchen full top to bottom every single day, every single morning, every single night. Our kitchen was clean every single day, every single night. Cleaning the floor of the kitchen every single day, every single night. Like, cleaning my room every day. Cleaning, like, laundry was done once a week. I deep cleaned the floor, like, I vacuumed the floors once a week. We did everything deep clean once a week. Clean up the dog's poop, like, everything. And that shit had to be done before I was able to do anything. Like, if I wanted to go out with my friends or if I wanted to do anything, anytime, anywhere, like, did you clean? Did you do your chores? Did you do your homework? Like, that's all done. Everything's all done already. Why do you think I'm coming over here? You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was ingrained. I was cleaning. And then I moved in with people and I was like, what the fuck? These fucking nasty piglettos over here. Like, I can't. But not everybody was raised that way. You know? Not everybody was raised like me in a full Hispanic household that was like, bitch, you're cleaning. Bitch, you're cleaning. You're cleaning up. Settle down, son. Settle down, Shani. Settle down. All right. Getting right into it. This first person here, I am mentioning by name because they've asked me to, and they're like, I want to be on your show. And I'm like, okay, come on, be on the show. Come on to Vegas. And they're like, well, let's do Zoom. I'm like, bruh. iPhone, this is an iPhone, this is a fucking, nah, that ain't, I don't know, you could be here, that's about it. So, Chris, this is on you. He said that one thing that he wished he knew for himself before he moved in with someone is that sometimes he's gonna feel like he's walking on eggshells. And that he felt the need to, like, appease the people that he lived with. You know, and that, I guess, was like a warning to his future self, past self, whatever, to be like, hey, this is a feeling that you can get when you live with people. And it fucking definitely is. Like, I know that feeling of, like, just feeling the need to, like, please the people that I'm living with and, like, try to be a good roommate and just, like, try to be careful doing everything all the time. I don't know. Everybody else in my list here, I'm just going to give your initial a shout out. Because I didn't get your consent, so I'm not going to share your name, but I did say I was going to share your story. So here we go. This person that starts with a T, shout out T, said they wish that they knew to talk about, like, sexual orientation before they moved in. Just because they weren't aware of this when they moved in. And then there was a situation that happened, not between them, but a situation that happened involving said orientation that, like, came up. And it was just, like, kind of a weird conversation to have after the fact that they had already been living together. And just like, hey, you know, everything's Gucci, but just, like, you know, doesn't communicate with me like that. You know, we're homies. We're supposed to be friends. Like, we live together. Like, why wouldn't you tell me? You know? So that's what that person told me. This person starts with a J. Shout out Jay. Said that not everybody that you meet that has a dog is a dog person. And I feel that deep in my heart. Because I know that people like dogs, but there's people that are dog people. And people that have dogs should be dog people. And there's definitely people that have dogs that aren't dog people. And so if you have a dog or any type of animal, you need to make sure that when you're cohabitating with somebody, that they are aware of all of the pros and cons of living with this animal. Like, oh, cute, happy, snuggles, emotional support. Oh, I love it. But also, there's a fucking mess. There could be piss and shit anywhere at any time. There's going to be hair places. There's going to be droppings from the animal of some sort somewhere. Like, you know, is it going to be your responsibility to watch after that animal? Things like that. Like, those are very important things. And especially, like, if your roommate were to not get along with your dog or something like that. Or animal. Whatever. Shout out, Jay. I did have to put out 2 feelers on my Instagram for this video. So this is the response from M 2 times. So shout out M. Thanks for responding twice. You are cool. At the first time they said that they wish they knew like their person's true colors before moving in. And then the second time they also wrote that emotions are like waves. And sometimes they hit hard and sometimes they hit soft, but no matter what, they always wash away. And I 100% agree with that. Like if you backtrack to, I think it was my last video, I was just talking about emotions are literally just energy in motion. It's just energy that needs to go somewhere. Yes, you feel some type of way. Yes, you're going to want to do some type of action. Do the action. Feel that way. But don't get caught in it. Don't make your whole personality about that emotion. No, that shit's whack. It's energy and motion. You just got to feel it, let it out, and then keep it pushing. Keep it moving. Feel me? Cool. Shout out M, though. Responding twice. This is my M. Sorry. But thanks for responding twice. You're cool. Cool as fuck. A told me that no matter what, at the end of the day, people are just going to be inherently different than you. Like, the dishes are going to get done, but the way that they get done is so different. Like, for me, the way I wash dishes, I'm going to tell you, in a prime example, the way me and my partner wash dishes is so fucking different. It's so weird. It's so funny. I wash, like, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 items at a time. And then I'll rinse them off, and then I'll put those to dry. And then I'll wash a couple more with the sponge, and then I'll rinse those off, and then put a couple more to dry. And my partner will do the whole sink, soap, water, everything, the whole sink, and then wash everything at the same time. And I'm just like, the dishes are being washed, they're clean, I don't got no issues, but it's just like, it's so different. It's so different. And A told me, just because they do it differently doesn't mean they're wrong, but hey, we both know they're not right, but it's okay. At least it's getting done, okay? That's all that means. I'm sorry, I'm such a shit talker. Doesn't mean they're wrong, but they are, so whatever, moving on. This came up a lot from a lot of different people, so I'm not shouting out anybody specifically or a lot, but they talk about establishing boundaries and establishing just like ground rules, and like this just comes back to like healthy communication and communicating like what your day-to-day looks like, and like telling people like, hey, like this is what we set up in my college house. Like I lived with the same roommates all throughout college, and like we had this rule like, hey, your dishes can't sit in the sink for more than 24 hours. Like, please, if you can, do it the same day whenever they're done, but like no more than 24 hours can this shit be sitting here because it's gross, and like other people want to use this, and like I'm not gonna clean up after you. But just establishing boundaries and just like not people pleasing. This is from V. Shout out V. V told me not people pleasing. And making sure that those boundaries are set. Because there are ways that you're just like gonna do so much for somebody and the people that you live with. And then after a certain point, you get upset that they're not doing the things that you're doing, you know, but you've already set that expectation that you do it. So it's like, but why would I start doing it when you do that? You know? So it's like, find that healthy boundary, okay? Find the healthy line. Okay? Another A. This is big A. Big A. Wish I could hug you. Get everything in writing. Signed and dated, they said. And I'm like, shit. That means some shit must have went down, so I'm really sorry. But that's not a bad idea, you know? Write it fucking down to just be like, hey, you fucking wrote this and you signed it, so get your shit together or I'm gonna sue your bitch ass. And I can have hold up because you wrote it down. So that's if you were like living with like stranger roommates, internet roommates. You know, I wouldn't recommend doing that with like your friends or family because I might burn some bridges. So unless you're cool with that, live your best life. Jay, shout out Jay, told me healthy communications and check-ins and giving and receiving feedback, being open to give and receive feedback, and especially feedback that's fucking hard. Being told that you do stuff bad or that you're annoying in this way or that way or that like you're wrong is never fun to hear. It's never fun. I know for sure shit, I don't like it. I know I don't like to be wrong. I know that I don't like to hear that inconveniencing people or that I'm upsetting people. Like, I definitely really hate that. But I want to hear that so that I can like stop bothering people, you know? Cry about it at home. S told me to communicate habits, schedules, and chores. And they wrote that chores don't need to start wars. And I'm like, fucking for real. For real. Like, there was times where me and my roommates would just be so mad at each other over like not fucking cleaning. And I look back at it now and I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad that I've done a lot of fucking growing and shit over these last, fucking almost 10 years. How old am I? Oh my God. It's literally been 10 years since I lived with those bitches. Oh my God. Shout out roomies if you're watching this, if you ever watch this. I loved living with y'all. That shit was so much fun. We had such a fucking crazy good ass time. Oh, we're not even gonna get into that. Not even gonna get into that. Okay. Y'all need to talk about sharing food, utensils, laundry, stuff like that, and like buying things like that, because it's like annoying if you all share the butter or share the milk and then you fucking go to use it after you haven't used it for like a week and a half and it's all fucking gone and you're like, cool. I don't have butter or milk and I just made this macaroni and cheese. Cool. You know, you got to be good about like checking that shit before you start cooking, because I do that shit all the time and then I'm like, cool, fuck, what am I going to do? Improvise, I guess. But yeah. Just literally communicate. Talk about finances with your roommates. I know it sucks, but like, okay, we got to pay this shit. Who's going to pay what? How much we're going to pay? We're going to pay, split it this way, do it this way. Like, y'all got to talk about that. You just got to talk about, like, living together is fucking hard, y'all. I'm telling you, like, one of my old coworkers just used to have this, they would just tell me the craziest experiences that they would have with their roommate, about how their roommate talked to them. And I'm just like, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know how I would handle some of these situations that people tell me about. And I'm like, y'all are saints for not wilding out on some people. But anyways, I digress. Oh my God. I skipped one. I'm really sorry. This is a story from my colleague. Shout out colleague if you watch this. I did tell them that I would not tell their name. So shout out colleague. They found out their roommate was a drug addict. And they hid that they were a drug addict very, very well. And like that shit, like shit just went down. And I just like, ooh, I can't imagine what they went through. And they just recommend like getting to know people before you move in with them, especially if they're going to be people that are your friends. you know, just because people that you hang out with can be super cool and you think that you know them, and it turns out you don't really, you just know what people want you to see. That's what it comes down to. You know what people express to you and want you to know about them. And you can assume all you want, but like without actually them talking to you and communicating with you and like showing you what's up, you know, it's never really like that. Like my mom always told me, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. So even still, like these people could be communicating this shit to you and telling you all these things and, oh my God, I'm this way, and this way. And you move in together and then you see that they're not that way. It's different. It's different. So yeah, cohabitating is really weird. It's really hard. I've done it. I'm doing it. And you know, I recommend just having your own space. And that sounds really weird. And especially like if you're in a relationship or anything like that, it sounds weird. But yeah, have your own space. Oh my God, my hair is so crazy. I got a haircut yesterday, so I need to style this shit, but I'm not going to do it till I got to go to work. But have your own space, you know, because then that way, like, no matter what, you're able to like decompress in your own space that you feel comfortable and safe in, that you don't have to share with anybody. That's it for this week. Next week, I am going to be talking about songs that you thought you knew you just sing it, belt it out loud with everything in you, and then someone turns around and is like, those are not the lyrics to this song. And then you have to find out what the real lyrics are, and you're like, what? Are you for reals? The whole time? The whole time! Shout out Noel. But yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about next week. So if you have a song that you've watched, that you listen to and you never knew the lyrics and you learned the real lyrics and you were like, that's not the song. Tell me. Write it in my comments. Anyways, I love you. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'm going to see y'all soon. Yeet.